Okay, here we go.
Justin and Kelly, Miami Beach.
Well done.
Kelly gets convinced to go to Miami. She doesn't want to go. She's not the big party animal type, and she just thinks it's kind of a waste of time. She'd rather be working and, you know, making money and stuff back at home.
Yeah, I'm playing a character that, funny enough, has the name Justin. And what kind of guy is he? Well, he's in the past been kind of this party animal. And, you know, just your average college guy.
Well, in our movie, it's pretty PG, so it's not nearly as raucous as people would expect it to be. It's trying to show the other side of spring break. It's not the dark side of spring break.
This is a hot party. We throw only the hottest parties.
BR&J.
Yeah, exactly.
You can get into Justin's hotel room with one of these.
Exactly. Right. Dude, you were supposed to talk.
All right, that's cool. I'm sorry. I cut that out.
'Cause every now and then, something goes your way. And when you look at me, yeah, I could hear you say, are you ready for love?
Really, the story is just about how the characters try and get together and how there's massive miscommunication and there's an evil friend who gets in the way.
Alexa's the more big, flamboyant, seductive kind of, you know, I don't know, kind of a, I'm trying to think of a word I can say on camera right now. Yeah, a vixen, yeah, the vixen of the group.
Alexa pretty much wants anything anyone else has.
Kelly? Wasn't me.
When we got here, you know, it was all about meeting guys, but there's this really hot guy, Justin, and he's like the big party promoter, whatnot, and so he has this interest in Kelly. And I'm like, no, 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 no. And then that's when the battle starts.
That was funny.
Greg plays like the big tough guy, you know, player kind of guy.
Basically, the character Brandon is all about getting girls and all about having fun.
And Brian plays more the dorky guy.
His friends like to say that he's romantically challenged, but I like to think he's just picky.
I'm the fun one.
Funny one.
I'm the one not to be taken too seriously.
I think he is probably my favorite character out of the whole movie. It's the favorite character in the whole movie.
Justin and I are trying to make Eddie be a party animal.
Very, 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 very picky. Like, for the last 20 years, picky.
These are the people who try and steal the movie, basically.
So what's that over there? Look at that.
Look at what's that?
Hey, what's up?
How you doing? This is Dagon Brian.
Nice to meet you. You want to come to a whipped cream bikini contest?
Dude, come on.
Down
guys.
$1,000.
It's not funny. It was
on.
funny like the first 3 times you did, but it's not funny anymore.
No, it's cool. Yeah, seriously, you want it.
All right, what?
We filmed the whipped cream bikini contest, which was very hard to concentrate and get your lines out when there are 9 girls in whipped cream on stage with you. And Justin and I are looking at each other and we're like, too hot for TV, idols gone wild.
I play Kaya, one of Kelly's best friends on the trip. I'm also friends with Alexa, but I think that we're really only friends because we're both really good friends with Kelly, so we sort of tolerate each other.
I play the character of Carlos, and Carlos is a local here. He works at Nicky Bar, where you know, he's working cleaning up after these kids that come here every year. So he's got a little bit of a chip on his shoulder. So, but he meets this girl Kaya, played by Anika.
Carlos is just sort of salt of the earth, really romantic, very real, honest and open and grounded. Not only that, he's sexy and none too painful on the eye. So
I said we're like ninjas with the quarter of the dance. Cut off.
Okay, guys,
We're done. We're like Lord of the Dance, no, we're ninjas of the dance.
You can reach for,
we're all walking off, you know, in that musical sort of way. Yeah, hey, yeah, we're the guys. We just had a big musical number, and they just go and push both me and Justin into the pool. I was just soaked from head to toe. No doubles of my wardrobe, so the wardrobe ladies were not happy.
They never show wardrobe and those little things.
No, Kelly Clarkson, an instigator? No.
They both like to play practical jokes on each other.
We wanted to throw Kelly in the water at the end of the Pool Party Madness, which we shot at Venetian Pool. She got away in time.
Kelly managed to get away, and she was having a lot of fun teasing me. But I shall have my revenge. It should be swift and just.
This is what comes out of his mouth. We're having fun, as you can see behind me. Yeah, we've just been pushing people in the pool all day, just having fun.
I have too much fun. They have to tell me to tone it down over there.
Helmet off, and then you can be stepping out. Start undoing this. Now you're starting to step out of the place, and you're singing at this point.
Okay. Yes, perfectly. I mean, who doesn't, you know, immediately think, I gotta sing a song after I get off a hovercraft, you know? And when I was out there, it actually died on me. And so I figured, okay, whatever. I'll just turn the key. And as I was turning the key, I was like, whoa, it's all right. I was getting like a mild electric shock every single time I turned the key. So I tried it once or twice and got shocked some more. And I figured, you know, I probably shouldn't do that.
And a lot of the other cast, this is their first big movie, and especially movie musical. And it's just really cool to not have any kind of intimidation. Nobody's nervous. We're all just very relaxed and easygoing.
I try and work with her, you know, and yeah, I try and be the nice co-star. I'm understanding, you know, when she has the tantrums, I relax and I say, look, you know, Kelly, it's okay. You know, I understand. You know, you look to me for guidance, you know, and everything.
Let me tell you, she is a trooper. She's been hitting everything.
I know, run right into it and be like, right on camera, I'm so cool.
She is
right.
Not complained once,
I
and
paid him.
she is loving the process so far. She's absolutely loving it. She can't shut up about it.
I just can't get it up. I'm like, can we do like my nap times? Like, I don't need nap times or bedtime. Let's just go right through.
I think audiences are going to get just the massive amount of fun that we're having on this.
Seeing 300 extras all clapping and being there in the spirit of it. They were freezing. They took their parkas off. They pretended it was warm, and they were singing and dancing and having a great time.
Full-blown singing, dancing.
Teaching some additional choreography. They don't know what they're doing, but it'll be hot.
And acting all at the same time, triple threats. Yeah, it's fun. It's really fun.
You can reach for the brightest star, shining love down. It'll never be too far. You can reach for the brightest star, spreading love around. It'll never be far.
Well, I've always dreamt of being a singer, but you know, I never dreamt that it would happen like this and so quickly.
No, I didn't think I'd be doing a movie, no. Especially from winning a singing competition.
My mom saw an advertisement for this thing called American Idol. I went, I auditioned, I got it, I got on the show, and spent months, you know, working on the show. And, you know, got to where I got.
I've done operas and musicals and, you know, stage stuff and, you know, performing like with concerts and stuff, but I've never done film, and it's so intimate. It's so like, you know, stage is so big and you have to like, you know, reach out to the guy at the back of the, you know, audience. But, you know, this is it's right there in your face that, you know, just kind of having to tame stuff down and just kind of just being yourself, just throwing the line away, you know, just being yourself. So.
My biggest fear was, okay, I knew Justin and Kelly from American Idol. I knew they both had great voices, they had personalities, but knowing that she came from musical theater, it was, okay, how now do we get her from a musical theater trained performer to a film performer? And how do we get Justin to do that? They were both incredibly up for the challenge. I mean, tireless. The fact that they would go from 20-hour days with us and then go work on their albums or go do interviews or fly to New York for other things was amazing. They learned the dance numbers, and I think in 4 hours, the last, That's the Way, and then performed them like they had been performing them their whole lives. when they weren't working with me, they were working with an acting coach constantly so that they would be getting their chops down.
If I could change anything for American Idol, I wouldn't. You know what I mean? Because I learned so much from it. I learned about myself. I learned about the business. I learned about, you know, my taste in music and, you know, perform. There's so many things I learned, and, you know, I'm not a believer in going back and doing things over. You know?
I think things happen for a reason. You do things for that reason, and, you know, whatever happens, happens. So, no, I'm not one of those people that lives on regrets or anything.
My advice is really just go out there and own the moment. I mean, really realize that whether you come in 32nd or first, you know, every single moment you're on the TV is a moment where you have an opportunity to shine, you know, and to really show your gift. So
just have confidence and have fun. That's all I can say. And don't let the little things sweat you. We're having fun, so we hope people, you know, like it and have fun watching it.
I've come to realize that, you know, there's positives and negatives to everything, you know, I do in life, but especially in this industry and you know, the business I want to get into, there are going to be times when I just need to step back, you know, but I don't ever want it to stop. It's what I love, you know. I had always dreamed of doing this, and I think an important part of, you know, achieving your goals is actually, you know, really believing in your dreams. And like, I don't know, I just was very fortunate to and very blessed to be here, you know.
It's been kind of a whirlwind of different things, just different opportunities and everything, but to be perfectly honest with you, it's been going so fast that, you know, it's just kind of like, one thing, another thing, so it doesn't really settle. I think like next year this time I'll be like, woo, look what I did. I think it'll set in then. Working on the film is completely different from American Idol, because one, there's no competition, and two, there is no Simon Cowell here. He is not in our film, I promise, ladies and gentlemen. He will not be appearing.
I like this format because it's different than music video, which is a lot of my experience where, you know, you kind of can just come up with an idea and do it here.
You know, when I saw the resume on him and you know, what he's done, and ooh, you know, I was like, are you kidding me? Well, this is gonna be really cool. Because I was afraid that it was gonna be, you know, hey, it's a musical, yay, you know, because that's how kind of like my musicals were in high school, you know what I mean? And I figured, you know, I didn't, you know, think it was gonna be, you know, all corny, but you know, I was a little worried.
When I approached this, it was trying to bring a contemporary feel to it because the music is very pop, very contemporary. The dance is actually hip-hop. Hip-hop has never been used in a musical theater format.
I want to constantly have to go higher. I want to constantly have to pull myself up. And this show has done that from the very beginning with Travis Payne and Stacey Walker and their choreography. I did not know that I was stepping into a Janet Jackson video when I said I was going to do the movie. You know.
I wasn't aware that I was going to be working with Travis, which, it's such an honor. Him and Stacey are wonderful choreographers, brilliant. I was aware that we were going to be doing choreography, the whole, that's actually what got me into the movie musical in the first place. I wasn't really all, you know, hunky-dory about it in the first place, but after a while they were saying, you know, they brought the musical factor in and we got the music and the choreography, and it's awesome.
Sitting there with Travis Payne for 6 hours a day, you learn the moves, you learn, you pick it up. And I've always been a singer, so that came to me quick. The dancing was one of the hardest parts.
And me and Brandon, or me and Greg, playing Brandon, are Justin's two lead backup guys. So we have to be right there in the picture, you know, and we have to be really tight and everything.
When we walked in, they saw us on the show. No, you couldn't dance on the show. You just had to kind of just stand there and sing. So they had no idea, you know, nobody knew if we could dance or anything. But Justin and I, luckily, we've had background.
I was concerned that just kind of what their dance experience and backgrounds were. I saw, you know, Justin's got all this energy, you know, and, you know, I can see some of his influences and things he likes to watch and people he's into. Kelly, I thought would not move. I just kind of assumed that she wasn't a dancer, a mover. You know what I mean? Because she's got this big voice, and I never really saw her dance on the show. But when we got into the rehearsal studio, I saw that she really likes to move. She really remembers very well, you know, and she looked great doing stuff. So the experience with them has been very nice.
It was great, you know, and I love the fact how Travis really took the choreography and built it around our abilities.
What's how to do it? Come on. Catherine.
What?
What are you doing?
Well, let's get to work, y'all.
You know, I think there's about 7 production numbers, some bigger than others, but we're doing a pretty big one today. It's pretty involved with Alexa.
The scene we're shooting today is called Wishing. It stars Alexa, who is played by Catherine Bayless. She's wonderful. She's a fabulous, fabulous dancer as well as actress.
We do the Rueda, which is a Cuban line dance. And it's very intricate, but we make it look like I've been doing it forever.
You know, now I'm finally able to get my feet wet. I'm excited about doing it, you know, and the anticipation of doing it is gone now. So it's just getting into character and keeping up with the consistency and getting all the technical stuff out of the way. And
you know, I was just very anxious to see how it looked with the people. You know what I mean? Because there was a lot of imagining in the beginning, you know, of how it will turn out and what the locations were and, you know, what kind of surfaces we were dancing on and how much room we had and what the elements were going to be like, because it's definitely different dancing outside in sun on cement, wet cement, and then, you know, diving in and out of the pool and just being wet. You know, it's a different thing, and some of the people hadn't done it before. I hadn't done it before.
Are you guys comparing aches and pains?
Yes.
Kinda. I mean, he's probably got more than I do because he's a dancer, like a big-time dancer.
My knees.
My knees are hurting a little on the sand. But,
It's dancing on the sand. The sand is messy.
it's rough life. My knees are hurting dancing on the sand while doing a major motion picture in Miami when it's freezing cold.
Hey, everybody should be back at one. We're going
Well,
again
you
on the
holding it down,
last
though. You're
side.
doing good on the
It's
dance
a rough
steps.
life, yeah. It's
This
cool.
man a
Thank
dancer.
you.
Rob is very big on, you know, having the movement, you know, push the story along.
We felt that the audience is probably turning a little bit on Alexa, because if they're really with Kelly and Justin, they're not going to like her. So I wanted to do something that explained about what she did. And we did that all in one very long day, and then to be that sore and that tired, and the back walkover that she does in that number, she must have done 20 times and nailed it every single time. My hat's off to her.
Rob Iskov is the man. I cannot even believe he took on this great task. It's a huge task. We're shooting in 30 days, a movie musical. Not only do you have to get, like, you know, normal scenes done, but you have to get big, huge numbers where everybody has to be posed the same way, you know, dancing with the same arm. And it's a very rough schedule for him. You know, he's doing a lot.
He really understands as well musicals, you know. He's directed before, he was a dancer and a choreographer, so he knows what we're going for, what to look for. He knows how to create a picture that is going to best tell the story, as well as showcase the music that you're doing and the moves that you're doing, and make a beautiful picture.
Wow, what I love about working with Rob is the fact that he's a perfectionist, you know. We're on such a tight shooting schedule, and we've only got 6 weeks to do this, basically. So I like the fact that we'll work until it's right. You know, Kelly and I could get the scene right, you know, as the principal actors, but if the background isn't correct, or if something's amiss over here, that, and the other, we do it again, you know, because we know it's gonna look good.
When I see my work come together, it is like a blessing. I really, you know, have worked very hard to get to this point, you know, and I think that some of my best work is yet to come still, you know. So I really enjoy it. And then getting to see it on a big screen, on the right screen, it's gonna be even better.
Date.
Hey, I've been looking for you.
Come on, bring it.
You still want
this?
some of
You
this?
want this?
You
Come
want
on.
some of this?
Take it. Come on.
I'll be back.
Oh.
Cut.
Going that way.
I'm gonna hit a boat if I go that way. Hey, you want to pay for that boat, pal?
Blah, 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 blah. I'm okay for the first 10 minutes, but after that, you might want to... Hey, guys, what are you doing here? I thought you were flying to... Hey, guys, what are you doing here? I thought y'all were going to fly to Florida tonight. I'm sorry, they're making